this meeting is on record. And so I want to first of all respond to the issues that Harris raised and also Teresa raised and Newton and I think others whom I may not mention here one after the other. The Incredible Wealth coin began the initial coin offering, which is the ICO, which kick off in Africa in Liberia back in the year in June. And so those of you who have been following vividly or those who began from the ICO stage, you may have gone through the entire roadmap of the Incredible Wealth coin. And also, I'm sure you have been able to get a glimpse of when this project started. And so, in exactly June June 20th was when the pre-sales began in 2021. And so in August 25th of 2021 was when the first round of sales took place, which the coins were sold for 50 cents. Now, that was in 2021. And then following, the second round of the ICO commenced ended in November 25th. And then on the 26th of November, year 2021, was when the second round of the ICO commenced. And IWC came into Nigeria exactly within that period in the month of November. And I think the first place where we started talking about IWC was the invitation I got from the New Day College of Bishops and Apostles that was held in Lagos. And I'm happy that there were individuals or people who are present here that were also in that conference. And so, one of which I can see Reverend Enaturo is here in the house, who has been consistently following with updates and also information. I think he also got to know about IWC from that convention. And so only a few people came into IWC in the year 2021. Only a few persons. And so, as a matter of fact, between November and December, IWC did not spread across a lot of regions in Nigeria. And so many people in Nigeria came into IWC at the early part of 2022. So, why am I coming back to address this? Is because I heard Teresa and also Harris and others saying how they purchased coin for the past 3 years, how they participated in this particular project since 3 years now. And so I'm going to take us step by step so that you can understand how did IW how did you purchase these coins for the past 3 years? How many months makes a year? We have 12 months in a year. And so when somebody purchases coins from January of 2022 to June of 2023, do you call that 3 years? And so many people actually came into IWC at the early part of 2022 in Nigeria. Only a few persons that came in December in Kaduna State, where we actually started the journey during the ICO at the end, at the beginning of the second round. And so it was only in Kaduna State after we have returned from Lagos and then we took off to Yola in Adamawa State. And so, beginning from there, in February of 2022, exactly 27th of February 2022 was when the third round, or better still, the last round of the ICO surfaces. Because on the 25th, on the 26th of February was when the second round elapsed. So the third round began from February 27th till June 9, because the coin, Incredible Wealth coin, went live and was listed on other exchanges in the month of June, exactly 10th of June, year 2022. Those of you who have been very consistent will remember all of these happenings. Now, where we experience a breakdown in IWC, because I listened to an audio that Marvin responded to Mr. Harris, telling him that whether or not there is an information that wasn't for public consumption, there was no information that was not that was meant for isolation or public consumption. And so we have been able to hello, can you hear me? If you unmute your mic and let me know, let someone unmute your mic. Somebody is telling me that I am not audible. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, good. And so maybe it should be
Go ahead.
connectivity from your region, Mr. Hosea. I am audible enough. And so Marvin responded that there was a technical issue with our decentralized dApps. Now, how it was planned after the launching of the Incredible Wealth coin into the market, the app was supposed to be launched on the 13th of June, year 2022. And so that incident happened after the developers finished creating the app, and the app was deployed on the Binance blockchain. The app began to malfunction because of the other features, the blockchain communication features began to malfunction, and the app began to misbehave. And so they have to take it down. And those of you who have been following, I have been consistently giving us updates regarding this. It was not anything that wasn't for public consumption. Most of you here will bear me witness that we came here to inform the House regarding the challenges with the app. And the developers had to take the app down, and they have to start the back end development afresh. Because once a project is deployed into the blockchain, you cannot correct it, you cannot alter it. And so if there is any other issue thereafter, you have to start it all over again before beginning to make use of it. And so that was the same thing that happened. And so when the Incredible Wealth coin was listed on flows.trade and also CoinMuna and also PancakeSwap, there are people who do not participate in the ICO, but they purchase IWC via PancakeSwap. There are people who did not participate in the ICO. They were able to buy coins from people that purchased from PancakeSwap on flows.trade, and they were able to trade when the coin was listed on those exchanges. Now, the challenge we had with the community was that the process to connecting MetaMask or any other decentralized dApps in order to take your coins out of the ICO, because our app was supposed to make it very easier for you to be able to move your coins and then through the Incredible Wealth Coin app, you can be able to trade, you can be able to stake, you can be able to do other things. And so the app came up with issues, and that particular information was made public. So it wasn't as if it was not for public consumption. And so let me correct that information given by that particular comment by Marvin. And so there was nothing hidden. We have carried, I tried everything possible to carry the community along in my capacity, based on what is happening, based on what is unfolding. And so that was why the coin was trading on other exchanges. It even created more scarcity, because only a few persons that were able to purchase IWC through PancakeSwap were able to trade on those exchanges. And if most of you would remember vividly, IWC went as far as $169 per coin on those exchanges. Why? Because of the scarcity. It created scarcity because there are only few persons holding the coins, and so they are making it scarce, and it makes the value skyrocketed up. And so the challenge that it now left is that people from the ICO could not be able to, because of the technicalities on connecting MetaMask. And so looking at that particular incident, even if we were able to connect MetaMask and be able to trade, how many people can be able to pass through that route in order to be able to trade? And so that was why what led to the developers developing our exchange, so that it will not just be people who know how to operate or how to trade. Generally, everybody can migrate into the exchange and be able to trade. And then, secondly, let me respond to the issue of the migration fees. Now, uh, Harris talked about other cryptocurrencies, how he has never seen anything like migration. Now, Binance from the beginning, go back and go to Google, since you are a researcher, find out when Binance started. Which blockchain did Binance started using before they can create their blockchain? Binance started from Ethereum. And so every other transaction fees that were to be paid if you are participated in the Binance airdrop or on the Binance ICO, you are going to pay that fees in Ethereum. It was when Binance created their exchange that they now migrated everyone from the Ethereum blockchain, and now everybody came back to the Binance blockchain. And so Binance are no longer using Ethereum as a transaction fee to pay for anything. Right now, since they have their own independent blockchain, so what is the native token of the blockchain is BNB. And so this is why anybody that is purchasing, whether you are coming to buy or sell, whether you are doing cross-chain network transferring coins from one blockchain to the other through Binance, you will have to use BNB to pay sorry, for your transaction fees. And so looking at the general inclusion of everyone who has participated in the ICO in IWC, the creation of the Incredible Exchange is to give everyone an equal opportunity and also the right to have access to their coins. But this particular exchange, a blockchain has to host this exchange. The ICO was hosted on Binance blockchain. And so if our exchange has to be hosted on Binance, that means every transaction fees that will be carried out on the Incredible Wealth coin, we have to pay, or you have to pay the blockchain fees or the gas fee transactions in BNB. That is where that money is not coming to IWC. And so I just want to clear off that particular notion. And so that was what brought the creation of the Incredible Exchange. Now, talking about the issue of whether or not we are telling the truth regarding the incredible wealth coin, the total number of migrations, and then the users on the exchange. And so the admin is going to forward me a screenshot of the admin backend panel, and I'm going to share it on the group chat so that all of us can see the total number of users that we have in the exchange. Yes, I think it was Newton that made that comment. Whether or not how are we going to how are we sure that these numbers that I'm calling, whether they are genuine, whether they are truly on the exchange or not. And so perhaps before the end of this meeting, or as soon as I receive that particular screenshot, I will share it within the group chats so that everyone can see, everyone can have a copy of it, whether those who participate or those who get to see the incredible wealth coin the Incredible Wealth Coin meeting update or not. And so it is incorrect of you to just wake up and come and begin to start accusations, pointing fingers, and begin to say all manner of things. And so there is no information that has been hidden from the community from when everything has been going on up to date. And so the ICO ended. Teresa said that the Incredible Wealth Coin, when she was coming in, she was told that after 6 months this coin was going to be live, and then people can be able to cash out. The question is, was the Incredible Wealth Coin live? Has it gone live on other exchanges? The answer is yes. We have gone live on other exchanges, and the coin was tradable on other exchanges. And so the issue here is, when you are not consistent and following up with what is happening, don't just come out maybe out of frustration from something, and then you begin to drop all kinds of comments in the forum. It is not proper. It is unhealthy. And so it is better, if you are looking for an interpretation or you want to find out what is happening, you can ask questions. We are always open to give you information and also clarity regarding whatever it is that has been unfolding in the community. And so that was how, and so looking at the ICO ended in June of 2022. So between June to August, because the coin traded on those exchanges for about 2.5 months before the developers now resolved that, okay, uh, building an app from the scratch is going to take a lot of time. So it is better we build an exchange first, so that as people are trading, as activities are going on, then the app version of the exchange can come thereafter. And that is exactly what the developers have been doing. And so currently at the moment, we have done everything within our power to ensure that we have been able to meet up. This migration process began, and we have experienced so much momentum, and a lot of progress has been made. So I see no reason why some people will just come and cripple the entire momentum. The more we continue to do this, the more we keep prolonging the exchange opening, because some of those comments, some of those criticisms, I overheard someone from a background from one of the audios saying that he is going to tell his people not to migrate, and even Harris himself made it clear that he is not going to migrate until he sees what is happening. And so, if you are not migrating, there is no point in you coming on the forum to want to cause problems. You can wait when the exchange opened, and if you now feel that you want to migrate, perhaps when you begin to see things happening, you can migrate. Allowed others who are ready to migrate to migrate. And so these are some of the issues that we are talking about. Now, I also asked him to tell us, where did you get your information regarding the Incredible Wealth Coin? Because as far as I'm concerned, uh, I've never seen Harris in our meetings, and then he claims that he has been following up with updates with all that has been going on in the Incredible Wealth Coin. But if you are following up with updates and all that has been going on in the Incredible Wealth Coin, I don't think such comments or criticisms should come from a learned person like him. Yes. And so Newton made another comment regarding the rural communities. How about people without a smartphone? How about those old women in the village whom they got to hear us from the radio station? What becomes of them? How do they migrate? What are they going to do? What plans are we putting together? And all of that. This year alone, I think I have been to Kaduna State more than 3 times, if I am not mistaken, from December up till this year. Even most recently, I was in Kaduna State. We were in several radio stations. The same way we went out during the ICO is the same way we are going out reaching to people, calling them to come so that we can guide them through the entire migration process. And so I want to confirm from two persons in Kaduna State. Mr. Hosea, you can unmute your mic and tell us, how many times have we been to Southern Kaduna State from December up till this year? You can unmute your mic and respond. Oh, it looks like, can anybody hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right, that's good.
Yes,
Yes, we can hear
yes.
you.
All right. And so I think I also want to find out from His Royal Highness Daddy Joshua Makamatakar, because I can remember, I think that was last year or so, we've been to that region again. I think about once or twice. Sir, you can unmute your mic and confirm whether or not we have been to your area regarding this migration process. All right. It looks like some people are not really in this meeting. David, if you can hear me, you can unmute your mic. Hello, David, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
How many times have we been to your region regarding this migration process?
Almost 3 times, sir.
3 times, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the last time we were there, did we appoint administrators who will oversee the affairs of the people who don't have smartphones?
Yes, sir.
Did we train them on how to help the people to do migration?
You did appoint.
All right. David, your audio is actually ceasing, and it's not really
I
coming. Can you hear me now?
can.
Your audio is very poor.
Yes, to administrator that will that will look over the affairs of those that do not have smartphone.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Now,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much. The reason why I actually pause to uh, let everyone know here, and because this meeting is on record, because these people keep pondering about what about people who are not on WhatsApp? What about people who are not on this? We have made provision for all of that, and not just going around only during the ICO. We are also going around to ensure that we cater for these people in terms of having people who will help them or assist them, and those people have their own account details in their possession. Should there be any information regarding IWC, if the exchange opens today and trading begins, we will still go round to show people how they can place orders, how they can be able to sell. And so this is a promise that we made from day one. And so if you do not have any proper information regarding what is unfolding, don't just come in the forum to start criticizing or saying things that you don't know anything about. So all of these things that we are doing, we have deployed mechanisms. Right now, we have individuals from different locations who are ready to accept IWC for their goods and services. All of that is a mechanism that we are putting in place to cater for people who don't have internet enabling phones, to let them know that, look, even without an internet phone, you can still access your coins and be able to use them. And so several times here, I made it very public here that we are coming up with that offline merchant training and then online merchant training as well, to educate people so that everyone can be able to use their IWC. So if you claim that no any measures have been put in place to cater for these people, I don't think you are following up with the updates and informations on a regular basis. And so what we have done right now, we have invested a huge amount of work and also stress. And so we wouldn't want someone to come and begin to sabotage the entire progress in the incredible wealth coin. And so this is why we call I yesterday in my audio, despite the fact that I am not feeling too well, I pleaded with these individuals to do everything possible to join us today, so that in my address, if you have anything that you are not satisfied with, you can ask me directly. You can confront me one on one, not to come and record audios on the chat room and begin to look for relevance. And let me also correct this notion. Most of you, you have not invested in IWC for 3 years. And so those of you who are sending audios that you have invested into IWC for the past 3 years, nothing has happened. No, you haven't invested in IWC for the past 3 years. And so let's take note of that. Please, the kind of comments that you reiterate on the group chat or on the forum, you should also be conscious of the things you say that are not valid information. Yes. And so that is that for the for that particular aspect. And so I promised us that I was going to share the screenshot of the that the admin will send me regarding the total number of I think I just got a mail. And so immediately after the meeting, I am going to share it on the Nigerian group chat so that everyone can have it on their phone, including those who refuse to come on board for the meeting will be able to have that screenshot. And so, what is really the problem? I cannot understand. We have a lot of people who are making efforts, who are working almost round the clock to see that we meet up to these numbers. And all other people can do is to come and sabotage that particular effort. So please, I am using this medium to call on those people, especially those individuals who are involved in that. Disease from doing that. Disease from doing that. And then another thing I want to address is the issue of our YouTube channel. First of all, I want to I correct you, Mr. Harris, that we are not using our YouTube channel for the purpose of monetization. We are using the YouTube channel to pass information. And so we are not mandating anyone to subscribe to our YouTube channel for the purpose of growing our YouTube channel to make money from YouTube. These are some of your comments. How we are taking advantage of people to grow our YouTube channel to make money. So it is incorrect of you to come and say that in the forum. The same way we are not forcing anyone to migrate. If you refuse to migrate from now till 2030, your coins will still remain in the ICO. Nothing will tamper with your coins. But the only difference there is that you cannot be able to sell your coins over there. The only place you can sell your coins is in the exchange. And so we have made it, we've explained over and over and over and over again regarding this issue. And so if there is any question that you have, you can confront me directly. And so I'm also using this opportunity to call on our administrators. Blockchain Solution is temporarily suspended as an admin for now until further notice because of that simple act of misconduct. And so everybody is free to air their view. But in as much as you are at liberty to air your views, you should also know your boundaries because this forum also have rules. And so if you don't abide by our rules and regulations, you can be removed. It doesn't matter whether you are a member of IWC. And so if you air your concern, there is a difference between asking to understand and asking to criticize and cause confusion and commotion in the forum. Nobody in IWC is most eager to see this exchange trading like me. And that is why I am working 24 hours every time to ensure that I carry every other person along to ensure that this migration is moving no matter what. So that we can prove people wrong. And the reason why this exchange cannot open at 10,000 or at 15,000 or at 20,000 is because, first of all, every legitimate exchange that opens and trading begins, anybody coming to buy from that exchange will first of all look at the capacity of the exchange. How many users are there in the exchange? How does this exchange have potentials? There is an exchange, SuperX exchange, that opened last year in 2022, early part of 2022. They opened with about 700 and something thousand users, close to a million. And so for other people from other exchanges to begin to come to our exchange and begin to buy our coins, first of all, they will look at the user base. They will look at how strong our user base is first. Then secondly, they will look at the number of participants or traders that we have on our exchange. And so any reasonable buyer that is coming to buy your coins, or that is coming to trade, leaving another exchange to come and trade, and he discovers that we have just 25 or 30,000 or 10,000 users on the exchange, he will not regard the exchange as anything. Why? Because the user base is very low. And also, our coin will not have any credence on the Binance Blockchain Explorer, because the more people holding our coins on the exchange, the higher the blockchain gives us a credence and also value volatility in the market. And so those people who are yawning and also are craving that, let this exchange open. Let the exchange is not going to stay forever without opening, but there is a policy. That policy has to be meet. We have to meet up with that requirement for the exchange to open. This is for our own good, and so we don't want the exchange to open and IWC will be trading for $3 or $5. That is why we require this number of people to give the coin value and also to be able to have relevance on the crypto market. And so that exchange has a requirement for it to open up and start trading. And that is one of the utmost requirement, 55,000 users. That wasn't said by me. I ensure that because, and also let me address another thing. Newton made a statement. Why didn't I tell people from the beginning that there was going to be migration, there was going to be this? If I knew that migration was going to be in the picture, I would say it. I would say it very clear. And so everyone knows that people have been impatient, and the community wouldn't have been patient to wait for about 7 to 8 months of developing an app for them to begin to start trading. Pressure was already coming from so many other areas. That was how the developers came up to create with the idea of creating our exchange. And it is also for our own good, because it makes it easier for our community to be able to trade effortlessly. And so if I knew from the beginning that after the ICO, when our exchange is created, we are going to pay another migration fees, I would have made it known. There is nothing there to hide. I would have made it known. So when we discover that there will be, and definitely there is a gas fee that will be paid to Binance blockchain. Why? Because if the Incredible Wealth coin had our own independent blockchain, you are going to pay your transaction fee with IWC. So maybe highest, if you have 10 coins, maybe 1.5 coin can be deducted as your transaction fee, and then the remaining coins can go for whatever purpose that you want to use it for. Excuse me. But we are using Binance blockchain on our exchange. And so every transaction that is going to take place on the Incredible Wealth Coin exchange, as long as this exchange is hosted by Binance blockchain, our fees are going to be paid in BNB. And so there was no migration fee in the picture from the beginning. And so for Newton to come up, and then people take more pleasure in spreading negativity in a community. So of what gain or of what relevance has that added to you? all the audios and everything that you have been posting, those criticisms are good. But will it make you happy when you end up discouraging other people from doing migrations since you said you don't want to migrate and yet you want the exchange to open? And so we need to be reasonable. The 12,000 plus people that we have been migrated into the exchange, is there any of your effort inside? Have you contributed any effort to migrating those people? Do you know how much other people have contributed to make sure that we get to that number? And so we need to be very careful when we come on the forum to be staging all of those criticisms. It is good that you raise all of those criticisms if you want to ask in order to understand. But most of those criticisms were criticisms that came not out of ignorance, but perhaps some of these criticisms are out of sabotage, and it is incorrect of you to do that. We are all learned people, like you always say, Mr. Harris. We have learned people here. We have people who invested millions of naira, not just thousands, in Nigeria. There are people who single-handedly invested over 3,344 million naira into this project. Yet they are migrating their people because they understand the vision, they know where this particular vision is headed, and they know what this project is going to do for them. And so, in as much as you are at liberty to air your views, we did not stop you from asking questions or seeking for clarity in any way or in any area that you do not understand. But the rules of this group chat or the rules of this forum requires that if you are coming to this forum to raise dust in order to bring confusion, we won't allow that. And so I use this medium to respond to that and also be able to clear the air regarding what happened just 2, 3 days past. And so let us take note of that. Thank you so much. And so before I give an opportunity to those who have comments, we have already gone 43 minutes in the recording. And so those of you who want to type, you have questions, you want to type on the comment section, you can drop your questions on the comment section while I give us the migration updates, the sponsorships, and also how far we have come in the migration today. And so currently, for the sponsorship, today we have Mr. Nnamanu from Burkina Faso, who sponsored about 10 migrations. Uh, about 10 migrations today. And also, we have Pastor Victor, who sponsored 10 migrations to also. Mr. George sponsored 5, Johnson 20, and Madam Udoka Favor 14 migrations. And then Madam Ebere Chuku sponsored 5, and Mr. Mbappe sponsored 17. And so that gave us a total of 81 sponsorships altogether. And so we are moving forward gradually. And so, talking about the total migration, I'm going to share as soon as I share this particular update in accompanying, I'll accompany this particular recording with the screenshot of the admin dashboard that was just forwarded to me, so that those of you who want to see where we are, you will be able to view and also see how far we have come. And so right now we have a total of 12,634 total users on the exchange. And so I will share that screenshot so that all of us can be able to view and also see it for ourselves. And so uh, just a moment. All right. And so if there is any comment or question, you can indicate now by raising up your hand. Let me just take a few questions or comments or observations before we wrap it up. Sir, what about the email creation that you promised that you want to teach us? Okay, yes. I am going to probably set up a meeting maybe on Sunday, Mr. David. I will set up a live meeting for the administrators so that we can go through the entire email aspect, the bulk email creation from Google Drive, so that you will know how to do that and do it, help other people to be able to do create emails for them. Thank you so much for reminding me that. So I will set up a meeting by Sunday evening so that all of us in our administrators chat room so that we can be able to interface together. Thank you so much for reminding me. Yes, Madam Favor, you are raising up your hand, ma. You can unmute your mic.
Oh, good
Yes,
evening.
yes. Good evening, ma.
God bless you. Although for a long time, I only because of today's bring, I came in lately. So I want to say is this: I hope that all these people writing all those stuffs in WhatsApp, I hope they because I won't lie to you. Those things, whenever I come to the WhatsApp, courage, I won't lie to you. I'm deceiving myself. I don't know how to deceive. Because number one, we that are the individual, hello,
Yes, you can go
hello,
on. I'm listening to you.
okay, who has been sponsoring our best, not that we are humanitarian, we are just individual, but we try our best to sponsor those people, make sure that everything is working. At the end of the day, somebody will just saying things, so it seems as if that we that are individual that bring us ourselves spending that money, we are foolish. It is unfair. It's not encouraging at all. So I'm begging. What we need there is understanding. Nobody knows that this will be like this. I normally say this. Any good thing does not come easily. That is the truth. Even if tomorrow that this turn to become another thing, I won't kill myself because everything. It depends on what people bear in their mind. I
Yes.
believe that if the people that was that this at the beginning, that they must bring the people, and the people that they bought those humanitarian for will pay, some of them will not enter into that. But because sorry, please forgive me, we have to learn lesson from this. Why I say we have to learn, normally say green, because I believe that some of us that know that this thing will happen. Some people, they want to step in they will make the money and gather it. And that is why it seems as if, I'm sorry that I'm talking like that, but I'll have to let anybody, I'm sorry. But you say that that's why we are suffering this. Truth that I don't know why people, why to understand simple thing. You have been saying this, that if we are not up to 55,000, nothing work. This from the beginning. So why not us work at this working? Whether we like, you know, sorry to say that, I know the white people, if really that the white people is involved, they do reach to their standard, they will never open anything.
Of course. Of course.
We can do our things the way we want because we want to grab the money. So please, I'm begging from today to tomorrow, without all reaching that, okay, because of this, we are going down on this. We will still remain where we are. We cannot, that is the truth. So let's have the same mind and work. Let's stop discouraging one another. I don't know how to put it, but I know how much I have put in this. I know how much, I know my record, but we should face the reality. Oyibo people, the white, sorry, but the white people doesn't do like Nigeria. They're standing that this. Sorry, this is what I want to say, because I won't like to. Those things is really discouraging.
All right.
Hello.
Yes, though your audio has been on and off, but we managed to hear some of the comments from you. Thank you so much. It has been very, very discouraging, especially when some of this kind of audios that were coming. A lot of people have been calling me, and as a matter of fact, somebody was telling me, "What is this guy still doing? Is he part of IWC? Why should he be allowed in the chat room?" And so I gave him that benefit of doubt so that I can respond to him directly. But the thing is, I have already made it clear right now, and so of which none of them is in this meeting. And so I had expected the way they promised. Newton is not here, Harris is not here, and all of them promised me that they are going to be in this meeting here today, and they are not. And so we have given them a benefit of doubt. And so let this go down to record. And also it applies to anybody who is either part of this group or outside this group. As long as you are allowed to air your views, if such kind of uh, 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 comments comes, and you will be removed from the group chat. We are not stampeding anyone from asking questions to understand. But for the fact that you come with insultive comments, with a lot of criticisms that do not make any sense, you will be removed out of this group chat. I will personally remove you out of this group chat. So let us take note. If there is anything or any explanation that you require or anything that you do not understand, you ask. That is why the group chat is meant for. It's not meant for quarreling. Thank you so much. Yes, Pastor Enaturu, you can unmute your mic, sir. I'm coming to you, Mr. Volkito. Yes, Pastor Reverend Enaturu from the South. If you can hear me, unmute your mic, sir. Oh, it looks like okay, Mr.
Can the house hear me?
All right. Yes.
All right. Is what I just want to say concerning that my dear sister. I just want to let you know that that are making all of these complaints. None of them are in this meeting. None. So it's a deliberate act just to thwart the effort of everyone. Want to be corrected. They don't want to know. They don't care to know because to know they should be in the meeting today. While things are being clarified, they'll say, "Oh, so you mean this is where okay, now better, fine. Now we know. How do we make this thing fast for everyone to be there?" My word of encouragement to you, Auntie, and to everyone that is there is nothing that is good that comes easy.
Yes.
And but when the children of God gather, remember, even Satan himself also gather against them. So it's
Mhm.
always like that. But guess what? By tomorrow, when this whole thing comes out pure, these same people they will to still be singing praise of the whole thing. So
Yes.
please, what you are doing, please see with your visionary eyes. No go by what men are saying today, because if we should go by that, my dear, seen earth entirely. Because I could remember when this coin was being sold, so many in the same platform that wow, we never know that this thing would in a time like this is also amount or whatever whatsoever. Then, but manipulate how to pass through and monarch marks and all that, they were unable to trade. And then Mr. Incredible, let us make it, let's simplify it for everybody so that whoever can just press one button you bought, just like that. And now the good of this is all just for simplicity. So easy for you, it can be easy for me. So please, I want to encourage every one of you. Never you be discouraged because even those that are doing the thing, they refuse to come up. They refuse to come
Yeah.
courage
So,
again. This is not.
the next time this will try itself again, if I warn you once or twice, you will be deleted, including or you will be removed. We would not harbor such. We are not going to harbor such, tolerate such again. We have tolerated that for long. And so we don't have time to begin to. It doesn't matter when if they are removed. I know they are going to call us name, but I will personally do that because that is absolute nonsense. We have invited them
Sure.
for clarity. They refuse to come. None of them is in here. I personally invited Harris, I invited Teresa, I invited Newton, and all of them are supposed to be here in this meeting, but they are not. So that shows that they have a personal agenda regarding all their criticisms.
Oh,
Yes.
oh. Please, in addition, the house, listen to this. Once upon a time, when I was to buy a coin, I bought coin of 27,000, and then the POS woman made a mistake. That was 3 times instead of 2 times. And then I put a call through to a mistake. We made payment of three instead of twice. And he said, send me the slip. I sent it to him. It did not take more than 10 minutes. This 27,000 naira was refunded. If it judge this, would you refund any money that has ever entered your hand?
Hmm.
We're
It's
not
okay.
blind people here. Please let us tread with caution.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man of God. Yes, let me take Mr. Volkito before I come to Mr. Raymond.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening, sir. You are welcome.
What I want to tell us, what I want to tell us is that we are not children.
Yes.
To this, we thought within ourselves. come out from the blues to discourage us. So, and talk straight the only truth. Decide that, okay, let us migrate. Go far. It is like the work done is zero. We moved, we are talking, and we are discouraging each other again. So we are determined, goes willing, we but this snail movement is not encouraging. Let's do something so that to put these people that wants to discourage us to shame, be focused
Exactly.
and tax ourselves. So thank
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for that wonderful comment. Yes, let me take your comments, Mr. Raymond Ezekiel. You can unmute your mic, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity given unto me.
Yes.
Uh the Bible and the plow, no looking back. Meaning that if you look back, you are not all right.
Yes.
So for me, I will say without any shadow of a doubt, without any shadow, he has come to stay. And without any shadow of doubt, RWC is moving despite the I picked two things from Mr. Incredible. He mentioned something. He said anything to do with finance. I'm an accountant. I'm not just an accountant.
Hmm.
Anything to do with finance. Believe me, whether you like it or not, people must say one or two things.
Yes.
In this we have come, we have gone far. I
Hmm.
believe because the reason why Mr. Incredible has not even mentioned something there that I. The reason why the migration comes in, number one, he mentioned it actually said because we have not built our individual blockchain, we've not built it.
Yes.
Of our own individual blockchain, this migration will not even come. Number number two, it was because of the pressure of people that say start trading, and that is why that was the reason why these developers now brought this idea. Okay, let's to order crypto so that we can do these things sharp. And you cannot use somebody's blockchain for free. They are doing
At
business
all.
for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
That is why 5,000 naira the migration comes in. Yes, because nobody thought about it. He said it through the mistake level that migration will come. It is very clear. I have read what I know paper. I'm saying it today because it's like nobody knows this. I read the white paper from the inception 3 good times. I have a copy. I downloaded it. I have a copy of the white paper of IWC. So any deacon, different strokes for different folks. Let them say whatever they want to say. Or there is nobody. In fact, they have not even born his great grandfather.
All right.
So it's not possible. So
Thank you so
for
much,
matter
sir.
what, we must.
Thank
Thank you,
you
sir.
very much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, we are almost running out of time, but let me just take Mr. Paul quickly as we are trying to wrap it up. Yes, Mr. Paul, you can unmute your mic, sir.
Good evening, house,
Yes, good evening. You are welcome.
and good evening, my director.
Yes.
Thank God for the to you, the, the spirit of direct. And I'm just trying to appeal for us to calm down. This is not going to be as think, because there's one problem with we Nigerians. It's very hard for us to invest and wait for the right time
Mm.
for our investment, and that is the reason why most of the things that we do, because we always look for the fastest way to get it.
Mm.
As I'm speaking, it's not so easy for me, and it's not easy for others. So what I'm trying to say, we should be courage,
Mm.
work hard, more harder, uh, 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 encourage people to come on board on this very uh, uh, program by people who will migrate from different places, not by fighting one another. Like
Mm.
those guys, I think they are distracted, because if they are not distracted, they are not trying to distract what we are doing here. I think at least one must show face today,
Yes.
but none of them was here. I was to one of them when he said, "Oh, thank you so much, sir, for words of encouragement and all that, as this and that, blah blah blah." Now he's going to come out, come back from work on time. What he is with his mobile phone, he can access the point.
Yeah.
So my my prayer is that in a very short while now, well, now of course we smile. God is going to brace. It's not going to be as they think.
Of
So,
course.
my brother, my director, please continue. And I have to say here, think and let each and every one and so that we get there. I know that at the end of the tunnel, that will. Thank you very
Certainly
much,
so.
and God bless us.
Certainly so. Thank you so much. And so I want to appreciate all of us for not being discouraged and also for being focused. When you see things coming our way like this is a sign of greatness. Anything that is going to be great, the devil does not allow it to move smoothly. If IWC was moving smoothly, it will certainly break down or have problem somewhere. But for the enemy to continue to use other people and then so many other people fighting, coming in with their so many distraction, that is a sign to tell you that something great is about to happen. And not too long from now, it will certainly happen. And so I want to thank you all. I want to appreciate you for holding on and also for taking your time to be part of this meeting tonight. And so we've already gone past our usual time. Let's do it again on Wednesday next week. Thank you so much and good night, everyone. Thank you very much.